Well, welcome back, everybody. As you see, I've got the compound off the lathe. I've been waiting for electrical supplies to come in so that I can build a RPC, rotary phase converter. But it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. So in the meantime, it's starting to get warm out. There are other things I could be doing. The compound is very gummy. The grease on it, of course, is probably very old. It sat outside for a while, so probably got some rust in there, old, dried up grease, and just general nastiness. Again, apologize for the lighting, the mess of my shop, which is right outside of your view. But I'm going to go ahead and tear this apart, clean it up a little bit, re-lube it, and see how it does. Yeah, so let's get going. Let's start on the outside. So, need to balance it. Got 11/16, 5/8. Flathead. If you need anything else, it's right behind me. So first thing I want to do, I'll flip this over, loosen this nut. Yep, 5/8. Just loosen it, because if you don't, as soon as you take this handle off, you won't be able to get to it. Well, you'll be able to get to it. You won't have any leverage to keep it still. Set that off to the side. See what I'm saying? If you didn't loosen this first with the handle on it, it would just spin. So let's go ahead and get that off. Set that to the side. Those are 5/16. Aha. Tap, tap. Hey, and there we go. Got the main part off. Got a couple of locating pins. And dear God, that smell. Oh my God. So let's set that off. Pull this off. Keep that. All right, so see some of the oil ways here. I don't see any scraping. I don't know if this machine had it from the factory or not. Considering it's a wartime lathe, it may not have. I'm not sure. I'm not that familiar with it. Then on this one, you can see oiling holes here and here. Those are fed from up top, I would assume. Actually, so we've got two holes here. We got the two bottom holes. We have the two bottom holes, two top holes, and screw holes. These are for the locating dowels on this piece. These upper holes, I can only assume, were for the oil cups. So it dripped down, came out, came down the side of here, and they're drilled longitudinally until it reaches here. So the oil hole runs this way, then they drilled it to intersect. And then that should have stayed inside of the grooves. But this is very gummed up. So all we're going to use are some Scott's shop towels. And I've just got some purple power that I'm going to spray on and wipe it off. See if we can't clean it up a little bit and see how we go from there. This thing's been beat to hell with a hammer. I tried to reshape some of it. Someone just pounded on this thing and actually screwed up the edge there. So I took a file and just kind of smoothed it out a little bit. Got the sharp burrs off of it. Of course, I work in a factory, so I know how it is. Yeah, the tool makes you money, but it's not your tool, right? I always try to take care of my machines, because the better it worked, the less I had to. Might have to invest in a little bit of, what's the name of it? Evaporust. That's what it is. I need to invest in some of that, because I could probably put these in a little bucket, let it soak. Now, there are these two pins. I'm assuming they're pins, because there's something else similar on the lathe that you may be able to see in the future that looks the same. They were tapered pins, so I'm wondering if this wasn't to ease the drilling process for the oil galley. Drill the oil galley in, drill down through here, and into the bottom side. I wonder if it was just an easier method that they came up with. All right. I'm feeling burrs. There are sharp spots, don't get me wrong, but they're all where they're supposed to be, if that makes sense. So let's see if I can. So you see right here, it says 2 and 6. There's a little symbol here. I'm not exactly sure what that means. It almost looks like an anchor. I think you can see that pretty well, huh? I don't know what that would be. What would it mean? Maybe it was a person's personal stamp? I doubt it, but it could be. 2-6. I wonder what the importance of that is. I don't know. Keep wiping it down. So, got a little bit of rusting in here. Got a little bit of rust here. And then on the top side, inside of the dovetail, there's some rusting. So maybe this thing needs a bath and some Evaporust. Never used it before. I'd like to try it. See how it works. And then once I get all the rust out of it and all the old paint, then I'll be able to at least prime it. Clean it up and prime it. All right. Next piece. So there's no play, so to speak, of. Give you guys a better shot. It's got some play that way. Well, you know what? Let's take that off. Alright, so snow play this way, a little bit of tilting. Let me screw it in further. Do it my way. So they're left hand threads. Still no play this way. About the same. Tilting it. So that's probably just fine. I'm not sure if there's anything that actually oils this while it's in the compound. I don't see any damage. It's interesting. Just kind of looking at this thing. It's kind of hard to tell because, of course, it's old and used. There's some numbers on it. Let's see if I can. So, not quite sure what that would mean or what it stood for. Obviously, you can see where the casting was rubbing on the frame of the compound, right down the middle there, right here. So, set that off to the side. I believe it's clean enough. Ooh. Throwing stuff. Really all I'm trying to do is get the old, gummy, smelly grease off of here. All right. Some of that, got some of that 1940s dust in my mouth there. Tasty, yummy. So, it's an Acme thread, of course. As anybody on YouTube knows, if you watch enough lathe videos and rebuilding videos and whatnot, they have to redo this rod. Usually the rod will have a nice pointy worn down edge. These are nice and still thick-ish and squared off. So they may not have done too much fine work. I don't know. I would think that if they're doing a lot of precision fine work that they would use the compound more often and use the cross slide as a 0 or a coarse, obviously. Who knows? Or maybe somebody's already reconditioned this and made another part, but I highly doubt it. Considering the smell. Dear God, guys, I don't know if you've ever smelled old grease like this. All right, let's call that good. Yeah. All right, next. So yeah, I guess I could tell you a little bit about me. Like I said, I've worked in a factory, and I have, but it's been actually more than a few. I guess in the last decade, almost decade, I printed books, ran a printing press. It was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. My machine was almost 2 stories tall, and a 54-inch, up to a 54-inch web, continuous piece of paper across, and we'd feed it through there at about 12 to 15 miles an hour. For anybody that is in the industry, it's, well, I could use impressions, but you would have to know the size of the book. We ran around 1,000 to 1,500 feet per second, paper speed. It's book. Yeah, that's pretty fast. Not as fast as others, don't get me wrong. A lot faster than some other methods. But let's get a new piece. And I've printed, I work for a really large company. I don't know if I should say the name or not. But international company, a lot of book printing locations in the U.S. and throughout the world. We printed a lot of major titles. Well, just give you an example. If you, your wives, or anybody you know read 50 Shades of Grey, you're welcome. Yep. I printed so many damn copies of that book. And of course, I had to read it for quality. And we printed that thing for like a solid few months. The publisher just kept calling back saying, hey, I want more. Just keep, eventually got to the point where they said, just keep going until we tell you to stop. The boredom. But that's a good problem to have. So if you've gotten a book that has been messed up, hopefully it wasn't 50 Shades. Please know that it wasn't intentional. And when things are flying by you at that speed, there's going to be a couple of screw-ups. But hopefully your publisher or bookseller took care of you if you found an error. Actually, my wife bought a book that wasn't even printed by us that was missing, I think it was 32 pages. Just completely gone, not in there. not in the wrong order, just missing. And so she wrote the author, and the author, of course, knew the issue because people have complained, and actually sent her a digital portion of the book that she was missing. I thought that was awfully nice of them. I know I'm getting off topic here, right? Come on, Bob, working on a lathe. Somebody beat that with a hammer. Oh yeah, so I did that for almost 8 years. Got to run, well, I can't say I can from the bottom. I didn't work from the bottom all the way to the top. I'd already been a machine operator before that, and so thankfully they didn't make me the grunt, newbie, whatever you want to call it. I know every industry has their own terminology, but it was definitely a lot to learn real damn quick. Before that, oh, that was not quite done. Before that, made vinyl siding. It was not glorious, it's not glamorous, it's not fulfilling work. It's a job. They paid well. And I was young. So, and it was also a major company, international. It was actually, when I started there, it was owned by Alcoa, Aluminum Company of America. That's what Alcoa stood for. And back before 08, I think they might have seen the writing on the wall. I think it was 07 when they decided to get out of the game. And they sold it to another company. But the Alcoa division was Alcoa Home Exteriors. They did more than vinyl siding. They did some, I think, the vinyl window casings, vinyl, pretty much all vinyl. The home exterior part didn't have too much aluminum left. But of course, vinyl was a lot easier and cheaper to manufacture. I was there for 10 years. And it was an interesting job. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was 12 hours of slave labor. But I was paid well. I learned a lot from a lot of different people. It's kind of one of those industries where people stayed in it for a very, very long time. And so they knew all the ins and outs, the tricks, the little quirks of the machines. And that always helped. Learning some of the solutions that people came up with kind of made you think, hey, they might actually know something, because it was pretty smart. I guess it's one of the industries. I guess you really say that about any industry. You got some guys in there, or women, who just know what the hell's going on. And if you just shut up and listen, ask questions, you'll learn a lot. That's just good advice, really, for any industry or job. Find the person with all the knowledge to learn. All right, so on this piece, you'll see that it also has 2/6. So they must be a matched sets. Maybe it's an identifier, so that when they were building and machining them together, they must have scraped it, because you scrape them together to match. So maybe they just stamped them each so that they knew when they took them apart to paint it or machine some other part or something like that. they knew which ones go together, because they were probably mass machining these things as quickly as they could to produce whatever product this lathe made. I have no idea what that could have been or what it was, but I'm sure whatever it was in a need and in a damn hurry. All right. Gears. It's not missing any teeth. It doesn't look like it's worn down. Chips. None of them look thin. Looks like pretty good alignment on it. So there's some numbers punched into this one. Let's see if I can get it in here. I'll have to see if that lines up with the what's that? GB 18183. Yeah, I think that's what that says. GB 18183. And actually, this also has 2.6 on it. All right, that's clean. Now we get to work on this. Teeth on that look pretty good. A little bit more worn, but a little bit, I don't know, it's not any more exposed, I don't think. If anything, this one would be more exposed, because the chips can come up from the bottom. Now, when I was seeing how much run out this thing had when I first got screwing with it, it had like 65 thou of run out, which I thought was excessive, but I figured it was just old oil binding it up. I didn't want to dick with it too much in case I was doing damage. So that's interesting. So let's see if I can get that on there. Big 40 sitting right there. But the serial number, G1818-2, GB. Yep. GB. Can't get that B to come in. Anyways, GB 1818-2 with a 40. That's only 18 tooth gear, so it's not 40 for that. I don't know what that would mean or stand for. Maybe it needed a 40 thou shim. I don't know. I don't have my mic set, or this washer's definitely bigger than 40 thou. It's more like 1/8 inch. thick. I know I keep cleaning this probably off camera. Sorry. Still pretty new at this, as you can tell from me blabbering on, because got nothing else better to talk about. I wish I had a parts washer to do all this in. That'd be something I'll look into. You know, when I make it rich. You know what? I don't really want to do too much on the lathe with this, but the outside of this is just fine. Make quick work of that. One side is chamfered. I don't know if you can tell. This side is chamfered, this side is not. So of course this would sit up against the machine. Alright, so let's wipe that off. Now we've got that. Set screw here. I don't know what that's for. I'll have to look that up. There's the 2. Anybody want to guess that there's a 6 on the other side? That's for the gib adjustment. Alright, yeah. You can kind of see the wear pattern of the gib right there. Okay. So you just talk it out sometimes. These are the oil cups. Let me take those out. They're just push-ins, they're not screw-ins, thank God. Because that would just be one more thing to be froze up. Alright, so I took a quick bath. Cook that back up. A little grease. Not much. I just don't want it to rust together. So there's a 2, but there's no 6. There's no other number. I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe it wasn't really an important part. I mean, yes, it's important, but maybe it doesn't need to match, like machine fit, if you know what I mean. Maybe the dowels were enough to have a nice flat surface, 2 dowels to place it, and everything should have lined up, right? I mean, it's just 2 gears meshing, but just taking some grease, going over the machine surface, a little bit on the inside here. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be 100% rust or corrosion proof, and if I'm going to paint it, I'm probably going to have to strip it down all again. But at least it should come apart a lot easier next time, right? At least that's the thought. So, the only thing that's left, I'll set this over here. So we've got the 2 mounting screws, which have rust on them. The 2 nuts. No rust, but they're dirty. This is rusted. I assume, let's see, screw here. I assume this is 2 pieces. And that locks, does it lock it to this? Squirt, squirt. That's just some WD-40 rust release penetrant. Give that a second. Don't need that. I'm gonna try to be very gentle. You can get way in overboard with these because it's more than what we need. More than what we need. So I'm just gonna be gentle and see if I can get it to move. Oh, it's moving. All right, done with that. Yep, that's what it does. Oh. I see. How does it keep it on there? It shouldn't. No, I see it. Let me clean that up. Can you see it? So you can see that little tiny dowel, pin, whatever you want to call it. And when you tighten this up, it pushes out. It's not much. It's not much at all. Maybe a thou, 2. I can catch my fingernail on it. Clean piece here. I guess it wouldn't have to be a whole lot. All it is a friction ring. And, that's been churned a whole lot. Let me see if I can get you on the inside of it. See the grooves. Maybe somebody was trying to twist it without loosening it up. So we'll come back. Let's see if I can't clean up. See if I can't clean up that rust. Give me a sec. Trust me, I wish I had a better way of doing this. But for now, this is how I'm doing it. How would you guys recommend protecting this so that it doesn't rust up again? Because, let's face it, it's going to if I don't do something to it. So, any suggestions, put down in the comments. Any tips or tricks. And if you see something that I'm doing that's just stupid, please let me know. Alright. So I got that looking a lot better. Maybe it'll focus. So yeah, if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know, please. Alright, let's put it back together. I know this video is going to be long, a lot longer than it probably needs to be. Where did I put the cap? You guys see it? Off camera. Alright. Don't need those. Don't need these. We'll need that. We'll need this. Alright. Bottom piece. Then on that goes bottom piece. On that go these. Now there is no oiling for the screw. There's none that go through here. There's none on the top. No drip or anything in the middle. All we have are the ones on the sides. So I'm gonna pull a little bit of grease. Put a little bit of grease on this. Alright, so got that greased. It goes on here. And then we use our screwdriver. Tighten that up. That's not going anywhere. All right, now maybe I ought to put a little bit of grease on here because I don't think it gets oiled either. I think the oil just comes down onto the oil ways here. So I'll just put a thin coat. Maybe it'll help it also not rust. All right. I'm trying to hurry up a little bit because I know I'm about to lose light. Next. I guess would have to be this piece. And the gib. Put a little bit of grease on that. Just to protect it. Alright guys, I'm using a synthetic. Let me remember which one's which. So it goes on this side. Because you see, give adjustment screw here. There's one on the back side. All right. Time to put the end back on. Now, one thing that I noticed before, the end cap, is if I load the end cap first, right? If I do this first, then it's hard to get the gears to mesh. All right, that's on there. Let's not forget our piece. Tad touch of grease on there. All right. Now got the keyway. Put the nut on. All right. Now, I have to put that on next. But maybe it would help if I put it on the correct way, right? No? There we go. I didn't clean these up. Not putting a lot on it, just snugging them up. Finger tight. Put this bad boy back on. It's just tight enough that I can't do it by hand. There we go. Just like that. Flip it over. Snug this up. Don't have to be super tight. Before we finish, doing the oil cups. Just wipe them down. Very tight, or not very hard. You want to ruin it. All right, I'll go put this up on the lathe, and I'll bring you back. All right. Just snug. Don't have to be super tight. That is a lot better. All right, let's see what the run out is. Now, don't laugh at my oh cheapo here, but it's all I can afford at the moment. Let me put this on 0. All right, 0. 0. So go back to that. We're getting about 20 thousandths on the dial. It's not too bad. You can live with that. Hell of a lot better than 65. So now I know. I got 25,000. Back to 0. 0. No? 18. Yeah. 18th out with backlash. There possibly is a way to tighten that up a little bit, but to be honest, I'm okay with that. So now that I've greased it all up and made it nice and sticky again, I'll have to clean it all to put it in the evaporust so that I can paint it. But at least I know it'll be able to sit there for a bit. It's not going to really get much worse on rust. But it is what it is. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions, questions, or comments, please leave them down below. If you want anything in particular that you'd like to see or have any questions, I'll try to answer them the best I can. Next is the tailstock. I want to figure out how to take that apart, clean it up. Ooh, while I'm thinking of it, if anybody knows anybody who makes or restores machinery tags, please shoot me a message. I got some that I would like to either have restored, or and I've got some missing that I would like to have made up. They appear to be riveted on, so if you have any good suggestions on how to get them off so that I can restore these items without ruining the tags, please let me know. If you know of any good videos, shoot them my way. I'm really interested. Anyways, I'm babbling. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Y'all take care.